both of them hooked up, or? Yeah, that one. Only one of us. Yeah. Unless I can get a. We'll go 4 on the dot. Is it live straight away? Is it live? Yeah, right. What were on the places in the new market? Hey, Brendan. Through me phone, so I'll be. Okay. Oh, yeah, okay, not a problem. Cool. What's that? Not a problem. Yeah, I know. Yep. That coral got the opt out. Too easy. No worries. Cool. Not a problem. Thanks. Swing that under there, mate, so I can sit there.
We charge it? So we charge it. Oh, you know where we got them from? Sales of 4 Kevin Bond. Oh, it's a low blow.
Those 2 blocks of land that yours are still going for sale.
I know. You worry about it.
Bings, aren't they?
How are you, John, anyway?
Yeah, I'm well, thanks, mate.
Like, at least we sing. What did you get a draw around the fish earners? See? I only asked for a draw. I was saying the draw for this thing. I said, it's the fish earners. President of the
Yep. Test. Parish Park, Western Suburbs, Collegians.
Standard early. I got mine going the right way. Yeah, I had mine going the right way. I had mine going this way too. So. Get rid of all the cobwebs, Nick. Oh, I like that, isn't it? Yeah, kinda. Funny, Saturday evening, you never asked me the 17th game, and I said, mate, you haven't been on side all day. He said, so what's the problem? I said, oh, there you go. He's finding that balance. Yeah. You ball boy? Not you, it was a different stuff, and it was fine. Yeah. And it's good to be honest. I thought they would have think we're going to win the next 2. Yeah. Almost did. Which side you want first, Larry? You take your phone. Yeah, I'll give you a rest. You go over on the far side. I've written numbers on the stand, yeah.
Yeah, you can see that, did you?
What if you release it? You have to be looking closely. So, right, Larry, good feature. Oh, way too early for that to start.
Absolutely.
Well, good afternoon and welcome to Parish Park. It's round one of the VB Challenge Cup between the reigning premiers, the Western Suburbs Red Devils versus the Collegians Collies Dogs. This is Johnny Pett calling this game for Bar TV Sports. As we see through the live stream feed throughout the world, the Collegians boys out on the paddock, frantically waiting for the West boys who have been told are watching Sky Channel in the sheds. Race 7 at Flemington about to go. We've got our eyes glued to a little iPhone in the commentator's box and one eye on the ground as we hear the chant from the Western Suburbs boys. They're coming out early. They're not going to watch the race. They'll be let out by their skipper, Mitchy Porter. As I said, last year's VB Cup premiers. That night, a field goal to Zach Green clinched that game, 13 points to 12 against Collegians, as we see Mitchy Porter leading out the Western Suburbs Red Devils in a camo outfit, it looks like. A few seasons ago, I remember them running out in this jersey, so the 2019 kit hasn't arrived as yet. So the boys throwing back a few years, looks like a 27 outfit there. 2017, yep. It's the year they kept the jumpers, didn't give them to the boys.
But they're all up doing like good reps.
It's a bit of a young lineup today for the Western Suburbs Red Devils. A few players from that star-studded under-18 side from last year getting the call up from Coach Pete McLeod in this trial match. We'll see 4 20-minute quarters here at Parish Park today. Referee's about to get us underway, and we've got number 7, Paul Roberts, for Collegians to kick it off. To start the game, the whistle's blown. Season 2019 is underway in the Illawarra League, and it's a deep kick down to the 20-metre line. And Marty Cramp, he'll take the first hit up for Western Suburbs. He'll bring it to the centre of the paddock, 20 metres out. The young number 9, Jackson Walsh, reserve grade hooker from last year. He's there directing traffic round the paddock, so they've hit the short side again, West. They'll go that way again through Callum Wooldock. Callum coming back from a knee reconstruction, a bad injury. We see a lot of tape wrapped around that left knee. Let's hope he can get through this season and no early injuries. As we see Western Suburbs over the 40-metre line on the fourth tackle. Roberts holding him down in the tackle. Gone the short side. Wooldock with the kick. It's gone straight down the throat of Alec Reid. And he'll return serve here. He'll be brought down 35 metres out from his own try line. Holdsworth in at acting half. The winger, he's coming in early. Jack Butler, his first taste of football today. Holdsworth clapping at the base to play the ball. He'll go to the centre of the paddock. The workhorse, Jared Thompson, over the halfway line into Western Suburbs territory. 2 in the tackle, centre of the paddock. Holdsworth, which way will he go? He's going to go left. Boyle onto Cross. Cross puts it under his wing. He's met in a strong tackle. Rodriguez over the top. Gone to the short side again. Boyle, flat ball. It looks like an early Falcon. First one of the year. James Spencer copping it in the chin. And it looks like I've got one of the West boys down. Just clutching at the leg there. It's the 21. Wade Stanford. Let's hope he's up and active. Yep, he's back on his feet. And Wade, he was one of the superstars last year for the Western Suburbs side. Just down in back play there, looking a little bit lame. The trainer going to the attention of Stanford. He doesn't look like he's in. Well, I thought he shrugged it off there for a moment, but he's getting the attention from the trainers and clutching at that left knee. Let's hope for Wade and West that it is nothing. He's down on the ground in the back play there. Scrum has been played at the bases of scrum. West work at left. They're met strongly in defence there from Collegians. So 3 in the tackle there for the Collie Dogs. Again, they'll push that left-hand side. Wooldock with a face ball to Pello. Pello, speed to burn. He's just been brought down there.
Seven
Constable.
Team up. Wait.
If Pello was in open space there, he was off and gone. Rankmore, see you with the 11 on his back today. Played in the front row last year for West. The Devils over the halfway line. They'll push right, Stanford. So he shrugged off that injury and hit up here, the workhorse, over the 40-metre line. Again, they'll push to the right. J-Rod, short ball. And that's on to Dixon. So he's been wrapped up 10 metres in from the sideline, 25 metres out from the try line. On the last tackle, they've gone the short. Rodriguez grubbers it on the boot. Picked up by the fullback there.
Surrender!
And he'll bring it 15 metres out from his try line. Butler in for a carry early. That's his second carry for the day. So a few changes for the Collie side this year. We've seen on paper from last year. Nathan Fiend opting for a bit of youth this year, with multiple players moving on from his starting 13 from last year. Boyle directing traffic at the base of the play of the ball. He's picked it up, gone short. Thompson, another hit, last tackle, over into Western Suburbs territory. They'll go right. Boyle with the ball in hand. A very strong kicking game has ball. Gone to the sky. It's a wobbly one off the boot. They've let it bounce. It's ended up into the hands of Phillips. Phillips looking to flick it out the back. West wrapping up the ball. Blake Phillips, so strong. Drops the ball on the deck. It's picked up by Rodriguez. He's off. He's brought down. So I thought Rodriguez, as everyone else in the commentary box did then, thought he was going to flick it. He's held on to the ball. Back to the open side go Western Suburbs. Three in the tackle there from College. A good phase play there from West. On to Mitch Porter. Porter stumbles, put down there by Phillips and also Thompson. Scoot out of dummy half. Onto the 40. So centre of the paddock, halfway.
Go to.
West to the left. Stanford. Good 10-metre carry there from Stanford. On the forward, he gets up, plays the ball. They've gone to the open side to Cramp. He'll put it under his wing. Palms off one. 30 metres out. They've gone to the short sign. Waldock. He'll put it up to the air. Chasers are all onside. Pressure on the fullback, and it's well taken there from Alex Reed. A good kick chase there from Western Suburbs, and they're jamming up in defence here. They'll want to keep the Collies dogs in their area.
Hold, go to. Jackson, get on side. Get on
it's his second carry for the day. First one successfully. Dropped one earlier on in the match. They'll go to the right, Roberts. Roberts on to Wood. Wood trying to get to his knees for a quick play the ball. That he does. Blake Phillips with the carry. The captain. Last tackle, they've only gone 30 metres. They're going to need a good kick, and Boyle puts it onto the boot. And it's gone straight down the throat of young Patterson Hoffman. That's a good chase there from Collies. Not the ideal kick there. Western Suburbs in good field position here. They'll get a set of 6 just inside their own territory. Tackle there, centre of the paddock. Plenty of talk there from the Western Suburbs players. That talk's heard from the referee there, laying all over the player in the play of the ball. So we see the first penalty for the game being awarded to Western Suburbs. Justin Rodriguez, he'll kick for touch. And it's a good touch finder there. That'll be on the 30-metre line. So West, fresh set of 6, up their sleeve, 30 metres out from the Collegians try line. Now's their chance to put points on the board. There's Blay. Strong carry there from Jack Blay. Equal in defence there. He's met by Cross. Still they go to the open side. Stanford out the back to Waldock. Waldock with a short ball onto Rankmore. Rankmore trying to get that over. He can't. He's brought down 10 metres shy of the try line. They've gone the short side again. Waldock out the back there to Porter. Porter shrugs off one. Been brought down. The dangerous Mitch Porter. 2 in the grand final last year. They've gone to the open side. Waldock to Cramp. Cramp centre of the paddock. Big right foot step there from Cramp, attracting 3 of the Collies players. They've got options left to right. But the referee's called time off there, as we see. I think it's Paul Roberts there for Collegians. Not sure it was a ploy there from Roberts. Out of gas, or he actually is injured. I'm going for out of gas.
Online, boys! Pick it up. Got a bloke with a brown shirt on there. Don't know who he is. Yeah.
Marty Cramp, who'll play the ball 5 metres out from the try line. West, they're set up both sides of the ruck. Which way will they go? Waldock's on the left. They're going to go that way. He'll go himself off the left. That left knee heavily strapped, and he's been super busy in the first 10 minutes of this game.
Hold, go for
Walsh at acting half. Short ball to Porter. Porter trying to stretch that arm out.
7 away.
Last tackle. Which way's Walsh going to go? He's gone to the open side. Waldock, he'll put a grubber through straight into the arms of Jack Cross. He was well positioned there, Cross. I'm not sure if he was well positioned. Luck there from Cross. Nevertheless, Collies, they survived that onslaught from West. And to rub salt in the wound, they've given away a penalty. So the Collegians boys, they'll get to regroup here. Boyle with that big boot. He'll find touch over the halfway line. So Boyle, a good touch finder there. Collie, 6 tackles up their sleeve. 40 metres out from the try line. Phillips with the first carry of the set. He's wrapped up.
Hold, go one. Good, that's
Holdsworth at acting half. Roberts is on to Wood. So Wood on the 20 metre line. Close to the upright. Thompson, Boyle out the back to Reed, and it's superly well read there by his opposite number. It could have been Declan Morrissey, I think, there.
No way. No.
Well, what a great tackle there from young Morrissey. Up hard there on the Collegians player. Absolutely flattened Alex Reed. He made the right choice there in defence, and he shut down that play from Collies. So an entertaining game. There's still 11 minutes and 20 seconds left of this first quarter. We haven't seen any changes yet, but both benches getting a bit itchy feet. They're trying to get their first taste of rugby league for season 2019. We see big Kyle Lodge just in front of us, stretching up.
Move! Hold!
So Lockie Hurst having a first carry from the scrum. Waldock on to Rankmore. Rankmore ball under one arm, trying to fend off with the other.
Lost ball.
And we've seen a mistake there from Rankmore. So Rankmore, he's coughed up the ball. So Collegians, they'll feed the scrum 20 metres out from the Western Suburbs try line. And an error that Rankmore will want to try and get back later on the game. We know how dangerous he was. One of the top picks in the grand final from last season.
Jack, make sure you keep your head into the ball, all right?
We see Roberts here for Collegians. Just talking to his players here before he feeds the scrum. Constable just on the left-hand side. Looks like he'll get the first carry of the set from the scrum. And it goes straight to him. So Constable looking for a gap. Not going to find one there. He's wrapped up by 3 Western Suburbs players. 20 metres out, centre of the paddock. Holdsworth goes to the right. So we see Josh Dowell onto the paddock for West. It's his first carry for the day. 10 metres out, centre of the paddock. The black dot's in front of them. Holdsworth pleading for a penalty. Goes to the right. Roberts out the back. Short ball there. And a nice ball there too. Phillips hit him on the chest. A quick play of the ball. Holdsworth out of dummy half. Looking for the try line. But he's wrapped up there by all the blue and red jumpers. Roberts at acting half. To Boyle. Boyle fakes to one, goes wide to Reed. Reed over the top basketball, but it's come to be a forward pass. So good defence there from Western Suburbs. Really coming up and jamming on those outside backs of Collegians. So twice they've gone to go out that way, Collies, and twice they've been shut down. In very smart defence from the right-hand edge of the Western Suburbs Red Devils. 9 minutes remain in the score. Still locked 0 all. No one has yet to bother the scorer. Who will be the first to score? We can't be too far away from that. We see Pello with the first carry from the base of the scrum.
Wait, go one.
Rankmore punching it up. Pushed himself off the back fence there. A nice strong run there from Rankmore. Gains 2 metres for his side. Porter acting half, pleading for a penalty. He gets that penalty. Again, the Collegians boys all over the play of the ball. Blakey Phillips just having a chat to the referee here.
Yeah, just make sure they're behind you.
So Rodriguez, he'll find touch. The nice kick on his 40-metre line. So a good clearing kick there from Rodriguez to find touch.
Go.
Good strong carry there from the Western Suburbs Devils there, just shy of the halfway line. Attracting
Darren,
three of the
move
College
away.
boys.
Wait. Go one. That's good.
Rodriguez. Lodge is on the field. Lodge with his first carry. The big upright style of run there from
Stand now. Here, 20 to me. Go to.
Stanford. Stanford looking for a gap. Attracting two of the
20.
College players over the halfway
Yeah.
line. 35
Go,
metres
that's
out. They've
better.
gone to
Three.
the open side. Lodge. Lodge a short ball. To Zohar, and Zohar's wrapped down.
Stand up.
25 metres out.
4.
They've gone to the right. Rodriguez. Dummies. Goes himself. Met in a big shot there from
Last
Thompson.
tackle. Let him up.
Awkward acting
Go
half.
last.
Waldock to the boot. Grubbers it through, but it's found Roberts. Roberts has come up with the ball 5 metres out from the try
One.
line.
Up 14.
So those last options there from the Western Suburbs Devils just not going their way at the moment.
Move away.
It's not the
Hold.
first time
Go
that their
to. Well,
last
well.
tackle option has gone astray. And good line speed there
Right.
from Rankmore.
Fire
Great line
out.
speed. Great one-on-one
Go
shot
to.
there. Phillips. He'll carry the ball. He's met for Stanford
Move away.
and also Pello. Back to the centre, the Collegians go. Josh down
Last
with
tackle.
the last tackle. Only got to the
Wait,
30-metre
go
line in that set, Collie. So good defence there from Wests.
12, 15.
Nice clearing kick there from Boyle. Plenty of
Just play
attention
the
there
back,
from
Gary.
Zach Blay.
Stand
Cole,
now.
sorry on that kick. Putting tons of pressure on him.
Go one.
Wests up to the halfway line and only their second carry.
Move now, boy.
Collegians boys struggling to get all back
Hold.
inside at the moment.
Hold. Go two.
To the short. Pello looking for a gap. He's bumped off Constable. He keeps going, attracting three of the Collies boys up to the 30-metre
now.
line.
Let him
So a
up, let
great
him
run
up.
there by Pello.
Go three.
Orca at acting half to Rankmore.
Move.
Super busy on this left-hand edge has Rankmore. Back to the open side. Stanford. Out back to Rodriguez. Rodriguez to Porter. Porter just to Declan Morris, who couldn't get that ball free. It's ended up in the arms of the Collegians player.
Up now.
So it
Hit
was a
me,
nice
hit
backline
me.
move there. Porter probably should have had the option there to go himself.
No effort, no effort, no effort.
But he
Make the
didn't.
effort to
He
get
wasn't
onside.
greedy. He was looking for his outside back. So I think next time we'll see
All right,
Mitchie
here we go.
Porter go himself. And West have given a penalty away to Collegians. And Boyle kicks for touch and a nice touch finder on the halfway line.
Yeah, mate. Go.
There's Boyle. He'll tap it onto Cross.
17.
And Cross
Yeah,
is at the
seven.
first hit up
Don't
of the
lock
set
your
of
left,
6.
7.
Over the halfway line, Boyle. To the open side, Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald attracting
Move
three of
now.
the Western Suburbs players, 40 metres out. They'll continue to go that right side to Phillips. Phillips onto Thompson. Thompson's right, so they haven't really gone too far in this set of 6 so far, West. Roberts, he'll go out the back to Reed. Reed will go himself. He had Constable on his right, but he decided to tuck it under his wing and go on his own. Holdsworth at acting half to Constable. The Constable's brought down. Last tackle, 20 metres out, 10 in from the right-hand side touch. He'll go to Roberts. Roberts is on to Boyle. Look for the cross kick. That is what is happening there. Looking for his outside back, but the kick is way too deep there. Bowman just watched that one sky over his head. So it'll be a play the ball for the Western Suburbs Red Devils on their 20-metre line where Jared Ball kicked that one from. As we see 4 minutes left in this first quarter. Scores locked up 0 all.
When you're ready.
And been an
Yeah.
entertaining first quarter of Rugby League 4 2019. As we see Pello come in for a carry. Shrugs off one, shrugs off two. I'd like to see him in some open space today. The boys here
16
will
up.
be cheering him on.
Wait there. Wait. Go good. 1.
Orca at acting half. To Zohar.
Let him up now.
Looking to find his knees and get a quick play
Go
the ball.
two.
Bit of a mousetrap move there from the Western Suburbs youngsters there at the base of the play the
10,
ball.
12. Go 3.
To the open side, Stanford. Stanford to Lodge. Lodge up to the 40-metre line.
Move away.
Paddock.
Coming back. Go
Orca
4.
at acting half to Rodriguez. Rodriguez will put it on the boot. He'll stab it in between the fullback and the winger for Collies. Reed, he'll retrieve that ball. And a good kick chase there from Rodriguez.
Held it, no,
With the
held
help
it,
of a few
held
of his
it, held
outside
it.
backs. They'll
No
trap Reed 10 metres inside, in from the try line. And another good tackle there from two of the Western
Get him
Suburbs
out, hit him,
players.
mate.
That was Joseph
Wait.
Dixon, one of the
Go
young
through.
kids having a standing up today for Pete McLeod and the Western
Held
Suburbs
it,
boys. And what a
held
shot
it.
there from Lodge. Kyle
Go
Lodge
straight.
absolutely flattened him. Thompson's met front on there by
Let
Rankman.
go.
Oh, looks like he's come off second
Go
best
ball.
here. He's down and he is out. Arms in the air, legs in the air.
Last
The
tackle.
referee really needs to
Yeah.
pull this off because Rankmore is out
Held
at the
it.
moment. We see
Play the ball,
Phillips not wanting to play the ball.
Okay,
Referee's
last
telling him
tackle.
to play the ball. Roberts, they're short on this side, but it's well read there from Pello. Waldock's up with the ball.
Held
The
there,
ref's got to
let him
call
up.
this game off at the
Held
moment.
there.
His player's down, and that he does.
This will be
So
zero
two of the
tackle.
West players there seeking the attention from the trainers. It looks like one is Kyle Lodge and the other one's Kieran Rankmore. And Rankmore got absolutely flattened in that defensive front-on shot there. With Jared
Because what
Thompson
happens
running
is they get
straight
tapped
at
on the
him.
line. When they stand up, by the time they play,
Tough as nails, Kieran Rankmore. So he's going to walk off the paddock. Hopefully we get to see more of him later on throughout the day. But he looks a lot better now than what he did in the initial contact.
1 minute here.
So two of the Western Suburbs players coming to the sideline, going to seek some attention. Zach Blay will come back onto the field, and William Tamari, who'll get his first taste in a Western Suburbs jumper today.
Wait, here. Wait. 15, 13, Jared. Jared, back. Keep working. 7. Stop.
So Waldock will play the ball
Wait,
30 metres out,
Let me just
10
rest the
metres
game,
in
mate.
from the
Look where
sideline.
he's standing now. Right? That's good. It's not my problem. That's zero tackle.
Orca at acting half. Blay met strongly from his opposition
Nothing
front
up.
rower in Jake
Wait.
Wood and also Blake
Hold.
Phillips. Thompson
Go
also
away.
helping out. Orca to the right. Stanford. He'll go out the back to Rodriguez. Rodriguez, he'll hit short. He won't go to Mitch Porter out the back this time.
Move now.
Set to go the same way,
Wait.
West to that
Go
short
to.
side. That way they go. Rodriguez out the back this time to Porter. Porter pushes away Bray. Dummies, goes himself. Porter brought down 5
Release.
metres out from the
Up
try
now,
line.
six.
West
Wait on the
set
line.
to the left here.
Wait.
A big
Go
chance to
straight.
open up the scoring today. Rodriguez brings in Zohar underneath him. So Zohar 10 metres out
wait.
to the right of the upright. West, they're set both
Wait,
ways.
go
Rodriguez
forward.
is set to the left. Waldock. He'll step off the left, step again, looking for a gap. He's brought
Last
down by
tackle.
Thompson. Last
Hold the line.
tackle.
Hold the line.
Rodriguez on the
Wait.
short side. I'm tipping they're going to go that way. They are. A deft kick from Rodriguez. It's been knocked on there from the Collies fullback. Inside the try line or in the field of play? I think the referees called it was in the in-goal line, so we'll go to a dropout. So a nice little kick there from Rodriguez.
Yeah, 5 minutes.
Chase putting the pressure on young Alex Reid there at fullback, forcing the error as we see the last minute wind down the clock. So I don't think West will get a chance to have a crack at that try line. The Collies boys in absolutely no rush to take this dropout. I think the referee, in my opinion, should be calling time off, but I'm not out there with the green shirt and the whistle. So we see Boyle still trying to waste a little bit of time here.
Let's go.
Here he goes. Takes the dropout. So West will probably get 1 or 2 tackles in here. As we see, we're going to have a knock on there from Mitch Porter from the dropout. So I don't think either team will be that eager to get to the scrum. As we see the dying seconds of this first quarter wind down. Both teams keen as mustard to go and get a drink. It's been a frantic pace 20 minutes of rugby league to open up season 2019.
5 minute break and then you guys will kick off again. Yeah.
And the quarter time hooter sounds here at Parish Park. 20 minutes gone the first quarter in round 1 of the VB pre-season challenge. The reigning premiers Western Suburbs tied up here with Collegians. We'll be back very shortly after a short break.
Oh, if someone had brought my water bottle out, it would have been all right. Only brings yours. Depends if you're good, man. Oh, if anything, because you're poor. Oh, I reckon you're spot on, like you explained it. You just setting your 10, then taking another step to allow for that.
So you're allowing for the roll ball that steps forward, and you've got a good sense, or otherwise it's short
I think
up
it's
to
pretty
9.
good, mate.
Saying that sorting your 10, it's not it's just standing up to play the ball. It's a natural thing that happens every single tackle.
Exactly.
They just look at where the first contact's made and then set their 10 like that.
Yeah.
That's how it
Yeah.
works.
I think that's quite a thing.
And if I said that, I argue with him. I said, you asked me a question, I'm trying to answer it. I'm not going to argue with you, mate. But the first 20 is usually the heat. Gas in the tank. Almost 6 8 in that first 20. 8. That won't happen until about 9 o'clock tonight. I'll be in bed not being able to move.
Just give you that bit of glucose hit, everything else. Just because with it, it's okay.
A long 20 minutes.
And like you say, you identify and they still want to stand at home. So when you're
They're going to try. I'm happy. Yeah, but if they're not going to look at all.
see what I tend to do, I tend to nominate otherwise you won't have to punish them all the time.
Yeah.
If you can identify them, then you go off, stay out, and stay out.
Yeah. I'm fine. Yeah. I want it to fall blows between you and the wing.
Yeah, you just go,
Yeah, always. Yeah.
and then I say, what's your number? And I went to a toilet and when I started talking, I had to say that. Because I didn't want a conversation. I didn't record it. Look the ball. You going this side?
We're going the same way, going to do quarters, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, mate,
Oh, that's just my ball here. Right, I'll take it.
So welcome back from the break. The clock pushed back to the 20-minute mark as we're about to get underway for the second quarter of this round one clash between Collegians and Western Suburbs. We see Collies with a kickoff. It's bounced back into the arms of Spencer. So Spencer, he's dropped the ball, continued on. So Brody Rigg, he'll be onto the field for this second quarter as one of the Collies boys back down in the back play there. That's the 12, Spencer, who come up with that good catch from that kickoff. Spencer onto his feet, just getting checked out there from the Collegians trainer. Brody Rigg with the ball in hand, 10 metres out. So a huge chance here early in this second quarter for Collegians to post first points of the day. So Nathan Feen looking to Brody Rigg to start this second quarter. Rigg was one of those outstanding players last year for Collegians in both first grade and reserve grade. Rigg, he'll play the ball. Phillips to the right. A strong carry there. 5 metres out. Rigg directing traffic from the base of scrum. Holdsworth, he'll go on the 9 on his back. Steps off one, steps off the other. Just shy of the try line. So Rigg, dangerous from that close to the line. A flat ball there for Thompson. Thompson's met by Mitch Porter in defence with the help of a couple of his other Western Suburbs teammates. They've stopped Thompson. There we go, out the back to Boyle. Boyle with a short ball. 2, Cross, and Cross slams the ball down early in this second quarter. First points on the board, 2 Collegians go to number 11, Jack Cross. But a great ball there from the number 6, Jared Boyle. Just attracting too much of that defence there from Western Suburbs. He's such a dangerous player, Jared Boyle. They missed him majorly last year towards the tail end of the season, Collegians. But he looks like he's back in season 2019, and a nice ball there onto the chest of Cross, who still had a little bit of work to do. And he's gone over the try line to slam the ball down. So the visitors, Collegians, open up the scoring of the season and for the day. Jack Cross with a try. We see Paul Roberts. He'll attempt to add the extras here. 4-0 to Western Suburbs. So both Pete McLeod and Nathan Feen opting to use a couple of their interchange players here in this second quarter. Brody Rigg onto the field. He'll play 9. Looks like they've pushed Holdsworth out to a first receiver role, but interesting to see where he actually plays because Roberts is still out in the paddock with 7 on his back. Boyle, as I said, he's still out there with a 6, and that attempted conversion there from Paul Roberts has missed. So 4-0 to Collegians. Only 2.5 minutes gone in this first half. It was courtesy of a kickoff from the whistle there, bouncing in the arms of Spencer, and from there Collegians just had good field territory to score the opening points as Wade Stanford comes to the bench for Western Suburbs, and he took a very bad knock there in the first minute of the game. So he's gone straight to the sheds here, has Wade Stanford. Let's hope he's okay. An absolute weapon for Western Suburbs. There's the try scorer, Cross with a carry. Rigg at acting half. He's got Roberts to his left and Holdsworth to his right. He goes to Holdsworth to his right. Spencer with a carry. A strong carry there from Spencer. But he's absolutely hammered there by Zohar and Lodge. Back to the open side. Roberts dummies. Goes himself, shrugs off one. Can't get past the second. And he's brought to the ground 35 metres out, centre of the paddock. Rigg sees only one marker in front of him. Does what he does best and scoots. Last tackle. Phillips to Boyle. And Boyle kicks in between the winger and the fullback. But the winger, Lachlan Hurst, he'll come and grab the ball. The Collies boys yelling at the ref, trying to find a little mistake there. The referee said that Hurst had knocked it back. He's brought it back to the 20-metre line, centre of the paddock. Porter from the first tackle. Goes to the right, can't get through the Collegians' defence. So Orta, he stayed on as the acting half. Jackson Walsh still on the bench there for Pete McLeod. They'll go to the left. Zohar, who's been busy since coming onto the field, the big fella. Back to the open side. Lodge. Good carry there, Lodge. Straight through the defence. And great run there from Kyle Lodge. Oh, and a strong hit in the back there from Alec Reid. So Lodge trying to get to his feet. He's been forced down there from Jack Cross, waiting for his Collegians teammates to get back on side. So a good, strong carry there from Lodge and earning his side a penalty. So Orca with the ball in hand. He'll just tap it there to Zach Blay. The big fella with a carry. 20 metres out, he's met. 20 metres in from the sideline. Orca to the open. Dummies, it goes himself. He'll pick up a cheap 5 metres. A big chance here for West to hit back on the scoreboard. That man that made this happen, Lodge, puts it on the chest of Zohar. And he's brought down 5 metres out just to the right-hand side of the upright. Trying to get up to play the ball. Orca at acting half. To Rodriguez. Rodriguez dummies. Goes himself. Trying to stretch out. Still muscling his way in that tackle. Finally brought to the ground. A metre out from the try line. So a huge chance here for the home side to hit back. Porter. He'll go to Wooldock. Wooldock dummies. Finds Blay underneath him. So Blay's brought down in an awkward tackle. He's twisted in that tackle on the last tackle. Wooldock set to the left. That way they go. To the boot. Grubs it through. It looks like it's going too deep. It is. Over the dead ball line. A 7 tackle set. So West again. Just can't get that last tackle option right. So Boyle, he'll put it on his foot. Taps it to Constable. Constable will have the first carry. The number 3 coming in to help out his forwards. And Spilt, Thompson, he's had a look at the defence before he's got the ball in hand. So a rare mistake there from the Collegians number 13, Jared Thompson. Coming up with an uncharacteristic error there. Knocking the ball on. West, they'll feed the scrum 40 metres out from the Collegians try line. They'll get another chance to try and post points for the first time today. The Collegians skipper Blake Phillips coming to the sideline for a well-earned rest. One of those absolute workhorses out there, Blake Phillips. So young Waldock feeds the scrum. Orca at the base of the scrum. Puts it on to Rodriguez. And Rodriguez, he'll give it on there to Dixon. So Dixon will play the ball. 25 metres out. Orca acting it back to the open side. Lodge steps off the right. Looking for another gap. Stanford back on the paddock. Good to see him back on the paddock for West. Orca with the ball. So Orca 10 metres out. Centre of the paddock. West. They're set both sides of the ruck. They've gone to the left to Waldock. Waldock back inside to big Zach Blay. And Zach Blay trying to muscle his way over the try line, but he's brought down. There's a blade of grass between the ball and the white stripe at the northern end of Parish Park. Orca at acting half. Wobbly ball to Lodge, to Rodriguez, to Porter. Which way's Porter going to go? Over the top, and a great ball there from Porter. Finding the winger there, the outside back. And a great try there to Patterson Hoffman to open up the account for Western Suburbs. Mitch Porter takes some credit for that try. Great vision there. The Collegians boys held off Mitch Porter. They didn't know if he was going to go himself or pass it. In the end, Mitchy Porter takes it to the line and puts the ball over the top onto Patterson Hoffman's chest, and he is in for his first points for today. Wests level it up on the scoreboard with 12 minutes remaining in this second quarter. And we'll see the skipper, Mitch Porter, who set up that try there for Patterson Hoffman to try and nudge Western Suburbs in front and take the lead for the first time today here at Parish Park. The home team hit back. So Mitch Porter got the ball on the tee here, trying to kick this one on his non-favourable side to put the Devils in front for the first time today. 4-all on the scoreboard. An entertaining 10 minutes have been played of this second quarter as Porter steps into this one. Looks good off the boot. Is it going to hold up in the wind? It's just sprayed across the face of the upright. So we're all locked up here at Parish Park. It's 4-all all tied up. Last year's VB Challenge Cup premiers, Western Suburbs, against the Collegians Collie Dogs. 4-all. Collies to get us back underway. But Jared Ball just waiting for a ball. The tee's out there. The ball boy's got it back onto the field for us, so about to get back underway. So Ball puts off the boot, and it's sprayed off the right, and it's gone down to Tamari, who's fielded that ball just inside the field of play, brought it back in, and it's not a good kick-off there for Collies. That one travelled only about 20 metres in the air. So West, one tackle down, over their 30-metre line already with a strong carry from Lodge, but equal to that was the defence there from Collies and a nice tackle, Thompson, and also with the assistance of Eden Harrington in that defensive shot. Marty Cramp with a carry, attracts three of the Collegians boys. So 2 tackles, they haven't gone far here, Wests. Cramp to his feet, to the short side. Dummies off the left, and that was Walsh into open space. Got that on to his teammate, but he couldn't grasp that ball. Joseph Dixon there could not grasp that ball from Walsh, but a great heads-up play there from young Jackson Walsh. Seen there was a gap in front, and he was off and gone. So we see a double knock on here. We'll just see which way this goes. I think it's going to be awarded here to Collegians. We'll just wait and see here which way the referee does go. I think the original knock-on was from West. Collegians knocked it on again, but we'll just see if there was any advantage played. I don't think there was, so Collegians will feed the scrum. Boyle's at the next to the referee, so he'll feed the scrum. Roberts at the base of the scrum. Out to Reed. Reed brings Spencer underneath him. And Spencer's met strongly from Tamari and Stanford and Lodge. Same side they go. Holdsworth, he'll put it under his wing. Must be playing in more of a 13 role at the moment, is Holdsworth. With Brody Rigg onto the field. A strong carry there from Thompson. This is where Brody Rigg's very dangerous here. The West markers are going to have to be onto him because he can scoot and go. Boyle. Boyle brings underneath him the big number 20, Josh Dow. And Dow's brought down. Centre of the paddock, 25 metres out. Rigg. They're going to the short side. Thompson kicks it over the top. Looking for Bray. It's fielded straight into his hands. And Andrew Bray. What a catch and carry that was. A good kick there. Great vision from the number 6, Jared Boyle. Seen no one at home there at the back for West. And Andrew Bray, the reserve grade captain from last year, posts his first try for the first grade in season 2019. Against his junior club, I've just been told. So Andrew Bray, not a most popular try scorer in the commentary box today. But good vision there again from Jared Boyle. He set up the first try for Collies through that pass to Jack Cross, and he's just done it again there with a superb kick there. I'm getting a history lesson in here today. The West camp here, they're looking over at the Collies' home ground, shaking their heads, I can say. The tree's getting bigger. Collie said they'll pay for the trimmers. So Roberts here trying to add the extras onto the scoreboard. Collies, they'll hit back on the scoreboard. They go in front, 8 points to 4. So we see Roberts. He's none from one today with the boot. A difficult conversion there on his favoured side from the sideline. So Roberts steps into this one. It looks a little bit shallow, and that it is. So it's just fallen short of the goalpost there. Score will remain 8 points to 4 in favour of the visitors, Collegians. 6.5 minutes remaining in this second quarter. And it's been the difference of Jared Boyle this game today. On the scoreboard, he put Jack Cross in earlier. Nice kick there for Andrew Bray. The Helensburgh junior, Jared Boyle. Mitchie Porter gets us back underway here. Not one of the best kickoffs there from Mitch Porter. Ends up on the 20-metre line. Straight in the arms of Thompson. And Thompson's driven back to the open side. The big fella, the 20, Josh Dow. Been looked good since he's come onto the field. Been busy and strong with his carries, attracting 3 of the Western Suburbs Devils. He's over on his 25-metre mark. Rig to the right to the skipper, Phillips, another Helensburgh junior. Rig out at acting half. There he goes. Doesn't see any markers in front of him where he's most dangerous. Over the halfway line. Centre of the paddock. A nice run there from Brody Rig to the open side. The big fella. The bopper. Wood. Onto the 40. Last tackle. Boyle puts it onto the boot and it's a wobbly kick there. And it's been soccer balled on there from Wood. And Mitch Porter, he's picked up the scraps there at the back. He's done a good job there, Mitch Porter, because he had 3 of the Collies boys ramping down on him. Tried to get to his feet. He's been pushed back down. And Paul Roberts, I feel, has pushed Mitch Porter back down because the touch judges come in. And it's one thing that, watching the games over the years, Paul Roberts, he has got a bit of that in his game. A very talented rugby league player he is, but sometimes lets himself down with a bit of discipline there. And it's just showcased there. So Wests, they'll kick it out of their own area. Rodriguez finding touch. He'll pick up a cheap 15, 20 metres. And the try scorer, Patterson Hoffman, he'll throw the ball back inside to Jackson Walsh to put it on the foot. And big Marty Cramp, he'll take the first hit up of the set. Straight into the shoulder of Dow. And good strong contact there from Dow. Walsh at acting half. Stanford, a very, very flat ball there. On to Lodge. I thought he was going out the back to Porter, but he's hit the flat runner. Wasn't fooling anyone because the Collegians boys are up on him very fast. Waldock to Tamari. Looks big and strong, this Tamari. It's the first time I've seen him play, but looks like he's got a big motor on him. Back to the open side. Stanford goes himself, showing no effects now of that injury that we witnessed earlier on. So Stanford to his feet. Walsh at acting half. Waldock puts it back onto the right boot, and a nice kick there from Waldock. Trying to find touch there, 5 metres out from the try line, and a great kick there from young Callum Waldock. So nice touch finder there from Waldock, a smart kick there, splitting the fullback and the winger. And we'll see. We'll see Collegians feed the scrum 10 metres out from their own try line. We're into the last 3 minutes of this second quarter here at Parish Park. The visitors, Collegians, 8 points to 4 in front of the home team. The premiers, Western Suburbs. Holdsworth, he'll feed the scrum. Roberts at the base to Reed. And Reed will take the first hit up. A nice run there from Reed. Constable acting half, trying to earn some cheap metres for his side, but he's not fooling Stanford there at second marker. He'll wrap Constable up. Rig at acting half. He'll go back to Roberts. Roberts will take a strong carry up the middle, but he's attracted 3 of the West players there. Marty Cramp over the top. Phillips back onto the paddock. Strong carry. So 3 good fast carries there for West. Boyle just pointing where he wants his troops to go. Rig, again they'll go to the right. Holdsworth trying to find a gap there. Stanford round his legs, brings him down just over the 40-metre line. Last tackle, Rig will go to the short. And a bad option there from Collegians there, coming up with an error on the last tackle. It'll be a play the ball there. So an entertaining little passage of play there from the Collegians boys. A couple of quick play the balls. They were laying the foundation for something there on the last, but a bad option there, a knock on. And Western Suburbs will play the ball on their 40-metre line. 1.5 minutes left in this second quarter. Both teams look absolutely gassed here at the moment. Looking for that half-time break. As the referee just telling Stanford that he's got to go and play the ball on the mark. Both sides won't mind that. Just soak up a couple of extra seconds. Cramp will take the first hit up. Brought down by Roberts. A little bit of push and shove in this play the ball. Plenty going on in the tackles there. Stanford, Rodriguez, Porter goes himself, brought down on the 40-metre line. So they're into Collegians territory now. Just over a minute left in this second stanza. And the 16 there for West. Perry with his first taste of football today. brings it down on the 30-metre line, centre of the paddock. We're into the last minute of this second quarter. Walsh looking for a gap. He's brought down. Have West got one more trick up their sleeve before the whistle? They've gone to the open side. Perry, it's his second carry for the set. They're setting up for something here, West. Last tackle, they're set left to right. Rodriguez on the right, Stanford on the left. They're going to go to Rodriguez. Onto the boot, a sneaky little kick. Bray's mopped that up. Looks like he will be trapped in his in goal. He is, but the clock's against Western Suburbs here, getting another shot at the Collegians, boys. Collies, I'll just soak the time up here and wait for the halftime break. We're into the last 15 seconds of this second quarter. And a lot more entertaining football we witnessed there in that second quarter compared to the first. 12 points scored in this second quarter. 8 to Collegians, 4 to Western Suburbs. As we see the seconds tick down. Halftime hooter has sounded here at Sid Parish Park. And we will go into the break with Collegians leading 8 points to 4. The try scorers for Collies, Andrew Bray and Jack Cross so far. Paul Roberts, none from 2 with the boot, and young Patterson Hoffman, the solo try scorer for Western Suburbs, and Mitch Porter, none from 1 with the boot. So we'll be back shortly after the halftime break, and we'll witness another 2 more quarters of this round 1 challenge, round 1 game of the VB Cup Challenge. Hope you stay with us for the second half of this game. So welcome back to Parish Park. We're about to get into the second half of this round one fixture. 2 more quarters left, so we're into quarter 3 here as we see Mitch Porter lead out his Western Suburbs Red Devils. Collegians already on the paddock. At the moment, Collegians 8-0 in front against the home side. Both coaches mixing up their players, working out positions that they'll use for season 2019. The VB Challenge Cup, last year's winners, Western Suburbs against Collegians. A lot of ins and outs for the team. As we touched on earlier on, Western Suburbs, last year's premiers, they're missing a few players from that side. Zach Green, he went to Mounties. Josh Daly's out. Big Dylan Laurie's not out there today. Glenn Stewart's not out there. And Colley's missing Ben Jones, Cameron Scott, Saxon Onar, Luke Chalker, Daniel Burke. So there's a few missing from last year's side, which allows both coaches to bring up some youth. And we can see that on display here because we see West and both Collies using a few players from that under-18 system from season 2018. Both of those sides played each other in the grand final last year, so a lot of good players are coming through this Illawarra League, through the system. As we see Collies approaching the halfway line here, receiving the kickoff up to the halfway line. They are now Collegians, and they'll earn their side a penalty here. It was a good, strong run there from the front rower for Collegians, Jake Wood. They've got a couple of big boppers out there, Collegians, in Jake Wood and also big Josh Dow. But last year they had a huge pack. They had Faenga and O'Brien, who are missing to date. So big boots to fill there for Jake Wood and also Josh Dow. As we see a good clearing kick there off the penalty for Collies, with Roberts with the ball in hand. The number 7 taking a hit up, skirting, skipping at the line. He's eventually brought down there by Dixon. 5 metres out, Rigg darts out a dummy half, trying to bounce over the try line. Cramp wrapping up the ball, so strong, Brady Rigg, and dangerous from that short from the line. Roberts at acting half. Oh, and it's a try. Well, he's fooled everyone here. Brady Rigg has got the ball down. Both sides were set up. Brady Rigg, he went to play the ball there, but I'm absolutely bamboozled, as long as everyone else here in the crowd, because Collegians were set up there on both sides of the ruck. West were getting set and looking at Roberts at acting half there, but Brody Rigg, too strong there, has crashed over. Must have been a blade of grass in it, but Collegians extend their lead here at Parish Park, and exactly what they've done in that second quarter. They've scored early in the stanza. Only a minute and a half gone in the first half, in the third quarter, sorry. Brody Rigg puts his name on the scoreboard. Collegians extend their lead, 12 points to 4. Roberts, just to the left of the upright, a chance to kick his first goal for the day. A much easier task here for Roberts to add the extras. Just to the left of the upright. Roberts steps into this one. Puts that one between the sticks. So successful kick there from Roberts. He'll put 2 points next to his name. Collegians extend their lead, 14 points to 4. Now Mitch Porter running the ball back to get us back underway. And I'd like to see the replay of that try, because it had me confused what actually happened there. If Brody Rigg scored it, he fooled everyone. Porter, get us back underway with a nice high kick-off. Straight down to Holdsworth. And Wood, he'll bend off the back fence and return serve there. With Marty Cramp to make the tackle front on there from the big number 8, Jake Wood. There's a second carry for Collegians. They've pushed left, so 2 strong carries for Collies early in this set. Rodriguez lying all over the play the ball there. Back to the open side go Collies. They're up to their 40-metre line. Thompson wrestling with young Walsh. Phillips met front on there from big Marty Cramp. Bumps him off, but Cramp goes back for a second dig and goes round the legs with Rodriguez over the top. Rigg at acting half. They're over the halfway line. They've gone the short side. And a nice strong run there from Dow. Dow gets up and plays the ball. Rigg back to the open. Boyle on the boot. He goes high. Mitch Porter's there. But the kick chase is good from Reed, and a great chase there from Reed. And Mitch Porter, he had not much option there. He had to put the ball down in his own goal line there because he had Alex Reed storming down after that kick. And a great kick there from Jared Boyle, putting massive pressure there on Mitch Porter. So Collies with another chance, with Porter to drop it back out to Collies. Collegians getting set to receive the dropout. Porter gets us back underway. It's a wobbly one off the boot. It's gone down to Boyle. Boyle puts it onto the chest of Hicks, and Hicks is away. Hicks will go over, and a very, very lazy defensive effort there from Western Suburbs on the right-hand fridge. But that man, Jared Boyle, eyed up the defence there and put big Zach Hicks into a gaping hole 25 metres out, and he's just strolled over for a try. So good signs there for Collegians, with Jared Boyle absolutely on song today here at Parish Park. He's been involved in all 4 of the tries here today, has Jared Boyle. And he started it with that big towering bomb and a good kick chase there from Alec Reed, forcing Mitch Porter in the in-goal line there and the dropout. And off the back of the dropout there, Jared Boyle receives the ball, puts Zach Hicks in a gaping hole, and the big fella there strolls over the try line. 18 points to 4. Collegians. As we see, the Western Suburbs juniors have been told Andrew Bray attempting to put 2 points on the board. Steps into this one in front of the commentary box. He's bringing it round. It looks good. It is good. And it's a great kick there. Tongue out at the commentary box when he goes past in the Western Suburbs bench. He knows the boys. He's enjoyed putting that one over. And a good kick there from Andrew Bray to add some extras there for Collegians. Extend their lead 20 points to 4. The reigning premiers in a little bit of froth and bubble here in round 1, the season opener of the VB Cup Challenge. Porter gets us back underway. A big, deep kick there from Porter. Fielded there from Holdsworth. And Holdsworth gets it on to Dowell, who brings a strong carry back. Bring it to the centre of the field. Sorry, that's Fitzgerald. Now we're on to Cross. Cross puts it under the wing and goes forward. Met strongly in the defence there from the Western Suburbs boys. Back to the open side, Phillips. Phillips is met there from Lodge with the assistance of Dixon. Phillips will play the ball on his 30-metre line. Rig to the open to Roberts. Roberts dummies, goes himself, looking for a gap, just been brought down. And he's earned himself a penalty there. And it's a bit of fisticuffs, a bit of push and shove. Lodge and Roberts. I'd like to have me money on Lodge in that one. As we see, Lodge just been told to move away. Roberts been told to move on. So a little bit of feeling for the first time in this game here. So Colley's earning the penalty there. And it looks like Holdsworth with the ball. He'll find touch. So Holdsworth, he'll find touch. 40 metres out from the west try line. 6 tackles up their sleeve now, the Collies boys. So the ball's been thrown in. Rig with the ball. Fitzgerald with a hit up. Crabs back infield. Bumps off Lodge. Back to the open side. A quick play of the ball. Thompson dummies. Goes himself. So Thompson, he'll be brought down 30 metres out centre of the paddock. Riggs looking left to right. He's going to go to the left to his front rower in Blakey Phillips, the skipper. So the skipper's eventually brought down. Rigg again's going to go that left side to Boyle. Boyle with a back ball onto Cross, and it's absolutely flattened there by the Western Suburbs player. A massive front-on shot there. They're gone to the open side. Boyle, cross kicks, looking for his winger. But it's well read in there from the West player, who's come up with the knock on, so he couldn't grasp that ball. So we'll come back to that shot. It was young Declan Morrissey that's absolutely flattened his opposite number here in Bowman. A very, very good defensive read. And maybe a player that we should have a look out for in season 2019 because he's been very strong here on that right-hand edge in defence, has young Declan Morrissey. So Collies, I feed the scrum, 10 metres out. They're set. Boyle's out to the left, but they're going to go right. There's Roberts. They're short on that right-hand side. Collegians. Spencer just brought down millimetres from the try line. And it's been knock on. So Spencer's tried to stretch out and score a try. So they'll be very disappointed with that, the Collies boys. First tackle there, and Spencer's tried to stretch out and put the ball down. He's come up with a knock on. So West let off the hook. 10 minutes to go in this third quarter. Behind on the scoreboard by 16 points. Still doable. There's a long time left in this game. The Devils, they'll feed the scrum 10 metres out from their own try line. Tamari out to the right. He looks like he might have the first cut. Sorry, it's Pello. So the speedster, he's come up with a defensive error. It's come up in the hands of Cross. Cross dummies and goes himself. So the ball must have Vaseline on it at the moment. A lot of drop ball. Collie, 6 tackles to go. And a penalty being given away. Rodriguez just staying too long there in that tackle there. He was trying to allow the Western Suburbs boys' defensive line to get set. The referee's pinned it. So Rigg, with the ball in hand, taps it. Phillips just ambles his way up to the defensive line. Struggling in the tackle, he's brought down centre of the paddock. They're stretched both sides of the ruck are Collies. They've gone to the right. Holdsworth, he's bombed it. He's regathered it. Well tackled there from Zach Blay. To his feet, Roberts. Ooh, what a shot there. Fitzgerald's just been flattened there 5 metres out from the try line. So Rigg at acting half to Boyle. Boyle's got the ball. He's out the back to Thompson. Thompson drops the ball there in that tackle. No one wants to pick the ball up here, but it's been eventually picked up there from Morrissey, but the referee said that he's found a knock on. They'll pack another scrum. So 10 metres out from the West try line. West survived the Collies' onslaught again. Rodriguez to feed the scrum for Wests. Feeds the ball, Rodriguez. Morrissey, he'll take the first carry. He's met in a great front-on shot there from young Butler. To the left they go. And a face ball there to Pello. Very risky move there from young Callum Waldock. Chancing his arm there in their own 10-metre line. Lodge. Straight into the chest of Phillips and also Fitzgerald. So Lodge is brought down. They're not going far in this set at the moment, West. Blay with a carry. Met by Rigg. Fitzgerald. Phillips again. So those two doing plenty of work in defence. They've gone back to the left. Zohar. Strong carry Zohar. He's made 10 metres. They'll need a big kick on the end of this set. Rodriguez, he's set to the right. He's going to need a big one here because Cross is onto him. He gets the ball away there, and it's taken there from Bowman on his own 40-metre line. So Bowman brings the ball back. He's met with an army of blue and red jumpers there that have stopped Bowman. Still inside the Collegians' half. Trying to get to his feet, Bowman. They've gone to Cross. Cross brings it up right on the halfway line. So they're in good field position here, the Collegians boys. Rigg dummies, goes himself, sees a gap. He's brought down over the 40-metre line. The cheeky number 14 goes. Boyle out of acting half, dummies. He's eventually brought down 25 metres out, centre of the paddock. Holdsworth at acting half, clapping. He wants to get this going. Dummies, goes himself, looking for a gap, trying to find one, brought down. We got Lodge down in back play for Western Suburbs. Collegians again, pepper the short. Boyle puts it on the boot. It's gone over the sideline. I think it's come off Mitch Porter there, but we'll just see if he's played at it or not. And he has played at it, so the referees signalled that Mitch Porter's played at the ball there. So Collegians, they'll feed the scrum 15 metres out from the Western Suburbs try line. So another set of 6 for Collegians. 6 minutes left in this third quarter. 20 points to 4, the visitors. Over the home side with a good crowd in here at Parish Park. Watching last year's premiers trying to go back to back. We see Stanford coming back onto the field for Western Suburbs. He'll go to the base of the scrum. Stanford. Collies feed the scrum. Reed. He's got runners inside him, but his dummy's in gone himself. He'll be brought down, centre of the paddock, 10 metres out. Rigg, he's got options left to right. He's going to go to his skipper on the left, Blakey Phillips. Old school goose step there from Phillips. Gets it free to Rigg. Rigg dummies, goes himself. Backing his way to the try line. He's brought down. Metres from the try line. Phillips at acting half. Boyle kicks it over the top, looking for his winger. And the local junior, can he get another one? No, he can't. So Andrew Bray looking for try number 2, but the ball's just gone over the try line. So it's coming. So we're going to come out for a 20-metre tap here. It's going to be a 7-tackle set here for Western Suburbs. So early there, Boyle chancing his arm, putting it on the boot, looking for Bray. I suppose when you're 16 points in front, you can try a few things, and that's what Jared Boyle does. We see Blay with the first carry. Colby Pello coming in for a carry. I'd like to see Pello in some open space today. We've noticed what he's done in the last few seasons in this Illawarra competition. He's been very restricted today by the Collegians defence. As Cramp gets that arm free, gets it out the back. So West trying to get out of their own half here on the 3rd tackle. Stanford at acting half. Rodriguez to the right. Face ball there to Morrissey. Morrissey fends off one, tries to get out the back. It's going to be 6 more tackles here. He's in open space. Is Barbudo, and he's brought down. But there's been no mention of the extra tackles here. So they'll have to keep going. Waldock puts it on the boot. No one at home there for that kick. Minimal communication there from Waldock to let him know he was putting it on the boot. So Collegians survived that. It looked like it was tapped down from Collies in that last raid, but the referees hasn't seen it, so West had to put it on the boot there. Now they're trying to muscle up here in defence, Western Suburbs. Collegians getting out of their own territory with ease here with a big, strong carry there from Fitzgerald. 10-metre carry there from Fitzgerald. He'll play the ball on his 40-metre line. Rigg will go to the right. Looking for a 40-20 is Boyle. And Boyle can't find that 40-20, and it's been fielded there by Barbudo. 10 metres out from his own try line, so it was a good attempt there from Boyle. And the West boys, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them still trying to get back on side. The Collies line is set and ready to rumble. Morrissey taking a carry, brings that out. So he'll be brought down on the 20-metre line. The Collies boys all in front of the referee here. There's a knock on there from Stanford. And Stanford uncharacteristically knocks that ball on, so nothing going right at the moment for Western Suburbs. Just under 3 minutes left in this 3rd quarter. And Collies looking the goods in this game so far. So there's Jared Ball just having a discussion here to Andrew Bray. So look for something coming up in this set of 6 here between Bray and Boyle. They tried it in the last set, didn't come off, maybe this time. So Holdsworth to feed the scrum. Boyle set to the left. They're going to go to the right. That's Spencer on the right. That's where they went last time to him, but he fumbled the ball last time he had that raid on the short side. He's not going to fumble it this time. Roberts at acting half. To his prop in Wood, and Wood just brings it to the centre of the paddock. So now they're set to the left, Collies. You've got Roberts and Boyle out to the left. They're going that way, Roberts. Short ball there to Dow, and it's been called forward. So they were really set to the left there, Collegians. I was surprised Roberts went short and didn't go out the back to Boyle. But he's gone short to Down. They've come up with a forward pass. So West standing up to the test again defensively. So a minute and a half left in this 3rd quarter, in this entertaining 3rd quarter of round 1 of the VB Challenge Cup. Collegians 20, West 4. Rodriguez to feed the scrum 10 metres out. Pello to get the first carry of the set. Skips, dances, looks for a gap. He's brought down. Only a couple of metre run there from Pello. The defence from Collies has been superb, and a great shot there from Spencer onto Waldock. Absolutely flattened him, and he's made him fumble. And he looks like he's hobbling around on that left knee that is heavily strapped. So in the last minute of this third quarter, Collegians eager to pack the scrum. West's not too keen to pack the scrum. So they might get one or two tackles in this set. So Holdsworth will feed the scrum. Roberts, he'll go short to Spencer. It's been a bit of a go-to move here, Spencer off the scrum. So Riggs at acting half. Which way are they going to go? They're going to go the short side. It's gone on to Hicks. Be brought down. Rigg at acting half. Gone to the right again to Holdsworth. Holdsworth steps off the right. Looking for a gap. He's brought down. Last tackle. Rigg at acting half. Goes himself. Shrugs around. Puts the ball down. That's a try. We can see that try from Brody Rigg. There's number 2 for the day for the dummy half, the acting half. Brody Rigg. Too strong there from close range, Brody Rigg. We've seen it throughout the years in the Illawarra competition. He's so dangerous from short range, Brody Rigg. Collegians extend their lead right on the third quarter hooter. 24 points to 4. A shell-shocked Western Suburbs team. And the raid for Collegians just continue here with their young side, with Jack Cross attempting to add the extras for Collies. A good goal kicker in his own right is young Jack Cross. As we see Cross summing this conversion up, steps in. Goes straight over the black dot there, so Collegians extend their lead in this game. Jack Cross adding the 2 points there, so at the third quarter siren, Collegians 26, Western Suburbs 4. We'll be back shortly for the final quarter of this Round 1 VB Cup Challenge in just a few moments. So welcome back to Parish Park for the last quarter of this round one fixture between Western Suburbs and Collegians. The visitors 26 points to 4 leading. It's going to be a mammoth comeback for the reigning premiers if they are to hit back and win this game. We are back underway. Western Suburbs kicking off to Collegians, and it's big Josh Dow taking the first carry for the game in this. Nearly knocking the shed over here. So Collegians bringing it back. It's bring it to the centre of the paddock. Rigg still on the field. He's had a huge game there at acting half. Brody Rigg got himself a double so far in the game. Dow with another hit up. Again, they go on the short side. Holdsworth to Reed. Reed beats the first tackle of Morrissey. He's brought it back infield. 3 of the Western Suburbs players eventually bring Reed down. To the open side they go. Dow onto his front row partner. Wood. On the last, Holdsworth to the air. And we have a change at the back. It looks like Lachlan Hurst is in the fullback position. He's brought the ball back to the centre of the paddock. And Mitchie Porter still on the field there. Pello into open space. Can we see him go through the line? Bumps off one, trying to get past Roberts. He can't. So Pello, it's probably the first little bit of broken play that he's seen today. They've been real up on Pello defensively. To the right they go, Stanford. Stanford trying to bust through the line, but he can't. He's met by Holdsworth and also Dowell. Brought to the ground, Stanford. They Walsh to the short side. Rodriguez, short ball to Dixon. And Dixon is met strongly in defence from Cross, Holdsworth and Dowell. To his feet, Dixon to play the ball. Walsh to the open, Stanford. Stanford dummies, goes himself. And Dow's just got him across the chest there, took him to the ground. Last tackle, they've gone to the short. Rodriguez puts a chip over the top, and Bray's fielded that one very well there. Trying to grab crossfield Bray. He's met in defence from West, and they're trying to push the ex-junior over into his in-goal line, and that they have done. So a good start there from the Western Suburbs Red Devils. And Roberts with the ball. He'll get us back underway shortly with the dropout. So West, they'll get a fresh set of 6 up their sleeve to try and post points. They need to hit back very soon if they're a chance of coming back in this fixture. Roberts with the dropout, and it's a nice deep dropout there. On to Hurst, who's fielded that one. On to Cramp, and Cramp with a full head of steam. Flicks that ball out the back. Porter mops it up. So a bit of luck there from West. They need to play controlled football at present. They need to post points on the board. Blay, he'll take a hit up. Wrap round the collar there from Roberts and brought him to the ground. Rodriguez just telling his players where he wants them to stand. Porter with a carry on the left. Looks like Mitch Porter's playing left centre at the moment. To the open side, Stanford. Out the back to Rodriguez. Rodriguez shows, goes, dummy, steps off the left, steps off the right, close to the try line. Just brought down millimetres from the try line. Big chance here for the Devils. Walsh. Out the back to Porter. Porter with a short ball onto Tamari. Tamari shrugs off one, goes over the line. Can he reach out? I think he has. No, he's been held up. Tamari, he done a bit of work there. He had a chance. He's just been held up, so he'll bring the ball back 10 metres to play the ball. William Tamari. So we've got a pause in play at the moment. Referee just talking to the trainers. We're back underway. Porter. Rodriguez. Rodriguez puts it on the boot. And there it is. It's fumbled there at the back from the Collegians boys. But, look, the referee said that it didn't hit the ground on the second attempt. There's payback there. That one there, I thought it was a knock on there. And it is. Here we go. The Devils, they've got a chance to post points. Porter with the ball. On to Pello, but Pello's come up with an error. They're their own worst enemy today, the Devils. So they had their chance there to post points, but the Devils have just come up with an error, as they have done a few times today. And I'm sure Pete McLeod will have a chat to his men throughout the week at training about being so close to the try line and wasting those opportunities. As we see Dowell with a carry. He's been very busy, the big front rower, since coming off the bench. Eventually brought to the ground by 3 of the Western Suburbs players. Brody Riggett acting half. To the open side to Holdsworth. Holdsworth on to Cross. Cross steps off the left. Gets it out the back to Holdsworth. So Holdsworth steps off the right with the ball. Broken play. Brought down centre of the paddock. Just shy of his own 40-metre line is Joel Holdsworth. Roberts looking for a 40-20. The kick's gone straight. And it's straight down the throat of Lachlan Hurst, who's got a broken defensive line in front of him, but it's a good kick chase there from Alex Reid. Rodriguez at acting half. On to Barbudo off his wing. Coming in to help out his forwards. No one wants to go to acting half. Eventually Walsh gets there. Dummy goes himself, sees a gap, open space in front of him. Can't beat the fullback. Alex Reid brings Walsh down. So a nice little passage of play there from Western Suburbs. Rodriguez to Blay. Blay will just put it under his wing and go forward. Over into Collegians territory of Western Suburbs. 14 minutes remaining in this last quarter. Still time on the clock. Stanford puts the ball under his arm. Back to Blay. Blay gets it to Porter. Porter trying to bump off the defence. Can't. Last tackle. Walsh goes short. Looping pass to Pello. Pello puts it on the boot, hoping this one sits up, and it does. Reid, he'll field the ball just inside the field of play. So Collegians, with a lot of grass in front of them to get down the other end, and Brody Rigg takes a scoot out of acting half. There's the winger for Collegians. Butler come in to help out his forwards in his own red zone. They're going to keep going the same way, Collegians to the open through the skipper, Phillips. So Phillips is over the line, over his 30-metre line, brings it to centre, gets the ball free. He's so strong, Blake Phillips. You've got to wrap the ball up every time with him. Holdsworth eventually brought down, so he scabbed another 10 metres down the paddock. Again, they'll go that left-hand fringe there. Dowell again with another strong carry. Super busy, the big bopper. Again to the short side, Roberts puts it on the deck. It's come off Rodriguez's leg, but we'll just see if it's played at or not. The touchy said it's touched, but there's no way, in my opinion, that's been played at. So it'll be a Western Suburbs feed. So Rodriguez to feed the scrum, 25 metres out from his try line. 12 and a half minutes left. Rodriguez to feed the scrum. Morrissey set on the left. He'll take the first carry. Been very impressive in defence, Morrissey, at times. Walsh at acting half again. They'll go the left to Porter. Porter steps off the left, looking for a gap. Doesn't find one. And he gains his side a penalty, trying to get a quick play of the ball. Blakey Phillips just grabbing the boot there of Mitch Porter. Porter with the ball, he'll try and find touch. A nice big touch finder he'll look for. Looks like it's holding up in the wind, and that it has. It hasn't gone out, so isn't that a coach killer? One of those kicks that haven't gone out, just to rub salt in the wound for the Red Devils. Collegians come up with the ball, approaching the halfway line. Dowell with another strong carry. Riggett acting half. They'll go to Roberts. Roberts just puts that ball under his wing and goes forward. No intention of creating anything there, Roberts. Rigg to Phillips. Phillips, he'll put it out the back to Hooper. So Hooper's onto the field. Tamari soccer balling that one down the field. And it's turned back over to Collegians. But we're going to go back to the original knock-on in Collegians. So West will feed the scrum just inside their own territory. And young Braden Hooper's onto the field for Collegians for the first time today, wearing the 15 on his back. We've seen him carry the reserve grade side last year around. He played halfback for that premiership winning side. So Mitch Porter to feed the scrum, just inside his own territory. To the right they go, Rodriguez. Morrissey. He's met in defence just inside his own halfway line. We see Eden Harrington onto the field for the Devils. He's over the halfway line. West Pepper the short side. Rodriguez to Morrissey. Morrissey into Harrington on that left-hand side. He's on his own. There he's brought down Barbudo. Sorry, that was. So Barbudo plays the ball. Morrissey, dummy half, back to Barbudo. There's a chance there for him. Steps back infield, but the pass has been awarded as they've gone forward. So the boys just can't put that last execution. Cannot put Collies to the sword here at any stage throughout the day. Little silly errors are letting down Pete McLeod's men here at their home ground at Parish Park. I'm sure it's something that Pete McLeod want to work on throughout training, but in saying that, there is a lot of young kids out there on display, a lot of West's local juniors that have come through the grades, getting their first chance of first grade today. So it's a credit to the club to bring these kids through the juniors, through the system, and to play first grade today. Some of these kids getting a great opportunity, and I'm sure throughout the season they may get called upon. As Collegians bringing the ball out of their own territory, rigged, stepping, dancing, can't get through the line. Roberts at acting half, their centre of the paddock, 30 metres out the Collie Dogs. Cross, he's attracted 3 of the Devils players, brought down. Roberts at acting half, they're going to go to the open side. Fitzgerald, he'll be brought down, 40 metres out, centre of the field. To the short they go through the skipper. Skipper's trying to get that arm free, but he can't. Blake Phillips. Last tackle. Rig. I'm not sure they know it's the last. They've been told now. Holdsworth's got the kick, and it's turned out to be a pretty good kick there. Lachlan Hurst has fielded that at fullback. He's brought the ball back over his 20-metre line. So the Devils trying to get back on side here. Porter at acting half. On to Perry. So Perry has a carry. Nice little carry there from Perry. Hurst, he'll take a scoot out of acting half, just get the Devils on the front foot here. So we see Pello come to the sideline for a rest. Hasn't seen much broken field play today, has Pello, where he's absolutely super dangerous. Perry with a carry, a strong carry there from Perry on the last tackle. Walsh at acting half, just telling him for a quick play the ball. It's gone to Porter. Porter skips, dances, puts a grubber through, looking for his other players. And it's gone to the boys over there on the left-hand side there. And I think that's Patterson Hoffman that's put that ball down. So a nice kick from Mitch Porter there. It ended up into the arms of Sean Orca, and Orca's put it onto the chest of Patterson Hoffman. The Western Suburbs junior from last season has scored 2 today, Patterson Hoffman. So he's been a shining star for the Devils today, has Patterson Hoffman. He had a try earlier on with Mitchie Porter putting the ball over the top for him on the right-hand side edge earlier on in the game, in the second quarter there. And again, Porter puts a little deft kick through, regathered there from Orca, and Orca just puts it on the chest of Hoffman, and Hoffman's gone in for a double. So they've hit back on the scoreboard, the Devils, 26 points to 8. And Porter with a very difficult conversion to try and add another 2 points to the board. The clock is the enemy for the Devils as we're inside the last 7 minutes of the game. The round 1 clash of this pre-season VB Cup Challenge. So Porter summing this one up. He's only about a metre from inside the touchline, 20 metres out from the post. He steps in, looks good off the boot, hasn't got the legs. It's hit the upright. Very unlucky there from Mitch Porter. So the score will remain 26 points to 8. 6 minutes left in this game. So Collies, they're in no rush to get this game back underway, with the big fella Andrew Bray just strolling back to the halfway line with the ball in one hand and the tee in the other to get us underway. And Bray puts it deep, nice and deep. It's a good kick-off there, down to Rodriguez. And Rodriguez will give it on to Perry. And Perry will take the first carry of the set back infield. He's brought down 15 metres out from his own try line. It's gone to the left to Zohar. Zohar with a 17 on his back today with a nice strong carry. He'll make 10 metres in that carry. Again, they'll go that left-hand side. Porter to Tamari. Tamari through the gap. He's got players left and right. He's dummied gone himself. He could have gone to his left, could have gone to his right. He didn't. He backed his own ability and he's been brought down. So good signs here for West. Mitch Porter getting the ball in his hand a lot more at the moment as we see a big shift play from West. Morrissey onto Barbudo. Barbudo back infield. He'll be brought down. Harrington in at acting half. Rodriguez. Dummies. Flat ball there. Blay picks it up. So Blay brings it to the centre of the paddock on the last. 30 metres out from the try line. Walsh at acting half. They'll go left to Rodriguez. Rodriguez will give it to Porter. Porter with a swooping ball out to his winger into Hoffman, and Hoffman drops that one. It was an awkward pass there. And he just couldn't grasp that. It was a nice passage of play there from West. The longer this game goes on in this fourth quarter, the better that Western Suburbs are looking. Some of these players are starting to work together as a team. They probably haven't played next to each other before, so the combinations are starting to work. It's a good sign for these young kids. But you've got to give Collegians big credit for today. They've shown up and they have been good on the field. As we see Collies cough the ball up there. So West with a chance. Perry, ball under the arm, takes it forward. He's brought down 20 metres out, centre of the paddock. Walsh at acting half, go to the right. Zohar. Out the back to Rodriguez. Rodriguez with a flat ball to Harrington. And Harrington's brought down 10 metres out from the try line. They're set to the short. They're banked up on the open side. They're going to go the short. Rodriguez. Short ball there to that man we've talked about earlier on in Declan Morrissey. And he's gone and scored his first try for today. Declan Morrissey. Well, what a ball it was from Rodriguez there. They were shaped up to go out the back, and he's just hit the flat runner in Morrissey. And what a line Morrissey just run there to put the ball down. So West coming back here very, very late in the game. And we touched on Morrissey earlier on. Defensively, he looked very, very good, but he's just absolutely hit that hole like a veteran there. A great ball from Rodriguez. So it's a combination there we might see more of in 2019 with Morrissey gets that chance to play a lot more first grade, because he does not look out of place in the top grade in this competition from what we've seen today. As Porter steps in, puts this one through the upright there. So Porter adds 2 points to the tally there. The Devils 14, Collegians 26, 2.5 minutes remaining. Have they got 2 converted tries left in them in the last 2 minutes? Only time will tell, but Collie's in no rush to get this kickoff. And they've been impressive today, Collegians. Jared Boyle, absolutely outstanding. The skipper, as always, Blake Phillips, leading from up front, has been super, super impressive. Jack Cross, James Spencer, very dangerous. Also, those back rowers have been very good. And Alex Reid, another one that's been super safe at the back for Collegians. As we see Bray get us back underway, down the throat of Hurst, and Blay pushes off the back fence to take the first carry of the set for the Devils. So Walsh at acting half to the open side to Zohar. Zohar dummies to his inside, goes himself. Brought down on his 30-metre line. Walsh again. They pepper that short side. And it's a nice move here from Pete McLeod, getting Mitchie Porter just in that sort of 5'8" sort of role. We've seen him with a lot more ball in hand in this fourth stanza. And it's just when West have started to put points on the board, it might be a move that Pete McLeod wants to use throughout this season. As we go to the right, Rodriguez to the boot. Splits the fullback and the winger with the kick, and it's a good kick there from Rodriguez, and it's fielded there by the fullback Reid, and Reid's met by a brick wall of Western Suburbs players. It was a good kick chase there from the Devils, and we're into the last minute of the game here. Bowman with a carry, and we're seeing a nice little head clash there between 2 of the players. Time off. Rodriguez is one of the boys, but I'm not sure who the other one is down on his haunches. Looks like the number 9, Jackson Walsh. So we'll just see him, how he's going. If he's up on his feet, just getting some attention. He's on his feet, getting a bit of attention there from the Western Suburbs trainer. He'll be right. Few beers up the Leagues Club tonight will fix that for young Jackson Walsh. Might see him at the Blue Note then, will we? They're back underway. 50 seconds remaining in this last quarter of the game. So the West boys still standing up in defence. Collegians just winding the clock down here. They'll just carry it slowly with one out hit-ups until the final hooter does sound here at Parish Park. Holdsworth in at acting half to the skipper Phillips. He'll just stop, dance, go backwards. And I tell you what, Tamari's pushed him back a little bit. He still wants to play football. Phillips has had enough for the day. He knows he's led his side to a victory in round one of this pre-season cup. Roberts to Cross. Cross is in a little bit of space, trying to get the arm free. Knocks the ball on, but it's not going to matter. It's not going to matter as the final seconds wind down here at Parish Park. So Collegians come out victorious here at Parish Park. 26 points to 14. An impressive display from Collegians. The tries today for Collegians: Zach Hicks, 2 to Brady Rigg, 1 to Jack Cross, and 1 to Andrew Bray. The goal kickers: Bray kicked 1, Paul Roberts kicked 1, and Jack Cross kicked 1. And for the home side, Western Suburbs, we had 2 tries to Patterson Hoffman, and we had a goal to Mitch Porter and another goal to a try to Declan Morrissey. If that's a taste of what we're going to see throughout this season in 2019 in the Illawarra League, we are up for another great year of rugby league. To the Western Suburbs boys, great hospitality up here today in the commentators' box. Very, very well hydrated here, and a good crowd turned out to watch what has been a great display of rugby league. This is Johnny Pett signing out for the day. Thank you to Bar TV. Thanks to the Illawarra League for putting the season and this game on. We look forward to seeing you somewhere throughout the Illawarra competition next week.